Hi guys, this is Deeksha from 91 Mobiles and I have the new Zenfone Max with me. I reviewed the earlier variant of the Zenfone Max for you and this is an upgraded version of the same. So I'm going to quickly unbox it for you and then we'll head to know what the new upgraded version of the Zenfone Max offers. So it ships in a standard looking cardboard box. You can slide off the cover to reveal the smartphone. Alright, so the new version of the Zenfone Max feels just as heavy as the earlier version did. So the smartphone rests on a cardboard tray. We'll flip that open to see what all we get inside the box. There's some documentation. There's a 2-pin wall charger rated at 1 amperes, which is a little disappointing because this phone sports a 5000 mAh battery. So it's going to take a long time to charge it with a 1 amp charger. Then you have a micro USB to USB cable and a USB OTG connector as well. So that's it, we're done with the unboxing of the new ASUS Zenfone Max. Let's check out what the phone offers now. So here's the phone. As you can see, there's nothing new about the design, still looks like the older version. You have the champagne gold trims running alongside the edges, a removable back panel. Now the Zenfone Max that we reviewed, the earlier version, it was a white model and the back panel was a little slippery because it was matte, smooth matte finish. However, the finish on this back panel is textured, so it should add to the grip. On front you get the ASUS's signature concentric circle ridges on the bottom, a row of capacitive navigation keys below the display. The rest of the port placement is standard. As you can see, you get the volume keys and the power button on the right edge, a micro USB port on the bottom along with a primary microphone and an audio jack on the top. The smartphone feels heavy, but we'll give that to it because it's a 5000 mAh smartphone, so it's supposed to be a little heavy. With its large 5.5-inch display, it's not exactly meant for one-hand usage and the weight only adds to the difficulty. Now the display on the new Zenfone Max is still the same. It's a 5.5-inch HD display, which is a little disappointing as compared to what you get in competition. However, it still looks sharp enough to do its job. The colors look vibrant. However, the screen is a little reflective and you can see the brightness is set to full and still the screen is not very bright, so you could have issues in bright sunlight. The viewing angles are just decent. You get hints of yellow when you look upon the screen from extreme viewing angles. Now what's new in the upgraded version of the Zenfone Max is its processor. Now one of the things that has changed in this upgraded version is the processor, which is now an octa-core processor as compared to the earlier quad-core one, which is aided by 2 GB of RAM. You also get a 3 GB RAM version, which has been priced at Rs 12,999. It's slightly expensive as compared to this one, which has been priced at Rs 9,999. That's the price for the earlier Zenfone Max model as well. However, the price for that has been reduced to 8,999 now. Another thing which has changed is the storage. Earlier you got only 16 GB of storage in the ASUS Zenfone Max. Now it ships with 32 GB on board, out of which you get about 24 GB for your personal use. Let's quickly try and open a bunch of apps to see how the phone performs. As you can see, the processing seems snappy. Of course, it's a better processor. We'll be giving out a final verdict when we review this device later. For now, it looks like a decent processor. In terms of software, the phone runs Android 6.1 Marshmallow. The earlier Zenfone Max had Android Lollipop. However, the UI is still the same. It's nearly stock. However, it comes preloaded with a lot of apps, some of which are first-party apps like Zen Circle, Zen Talk, My ASUS, Do It Later, Laser Ruler, etc. Third-party apps include all apps from Google. There's a Themes app as well to let you change the look and feel of the UI. You get a bunch of motion gestures as well. If you have a tough time using this phone with one hand, the ASUS Zenfone Max comes with a one-hand mode, which can be enabled by double tapping the home key. Apart from that, you get a few motion gestures like shaking the phone twice to add a task in the Do It Later app, which comes as a first-party app in the Zenfone Max. Apart from a bunch of screen-off gestures, which include double tapping on the screen to wake up the device and drawing a bunch of letters to open certain apps. Now that's a quick look at the UI of the phone. Now we'll jump to the camera. The new variant of the Asus Zenfone Max sports the same camera as we found on the earlier version. It's a 13 megapixel primary camera with a dual tone LED flash and laser autofocus technology. On the front you get a 5 megapixel camera for selfies. Let's take a quick look at the camera UI. It's the same camera UI. You find the virtual shutter key on the right edge of the viewfinder. On the left you have the regular option of switching to the front camera, all the camera settings, controlling the flash. You can access a bunch of modes. This toggle lets you access the manual mode, which lets you control the white balance, exposure, ISO and shutter speed of the camera. And you have a bunch of preset shooting modes as well, like manual, auto, super resolution, beautification, HDR, panorama, slow motion, among others. The new variant of the Asus Zenfone Max sports the same 5000 mAh battery. A setting called power management lets you access a bunch of power saving modes which can help you optimize the battery life. The Asus Zenfone Max with its huge battery can also act as a power bank, and you can charge your other USB devices with it. In terms of connectivity, the Asus Zenfone Max offers you 2 SIM slots, both of which support 4G, apart from other connectivity options like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and GPS. Now the 2GB RAM version of the new Asus Zenfone Max will be available exclusively via Flipkart. As we mentioned earlier, it's priced at Rs 9,999, which is the launch price of the earlier Zenfone Max as well. So if you think of it, you're getting a better processor and storage at the same price. You can also get the 3GB RAM variant of the smartphone, which will offer better multitasking. You can also buy the 3GB RAM variant of the Asus Zenfone Max, which should offer better multitasking. It's been priced at Rs 12,999 and will be available via Amazon, Snapdeal and Flipkart. The new variant of the Asus Zenfone Max is a good balance between a battery-centric phone and an all-rounder. However, you get other options like the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3, which sports a 4050 mAh battery, and the Meizu M3 Note, which sports a 4100 mAh battery, along with other better specifications like fingerprint readers, all-metal body and better processors as well. We'll tell you how the new Zenfone Max fares as a daily driver and against its competition when we review the device. Till then, stay tuned and thank you for watching.